In this video, we're going to show you how to set a standard banquet table. Ideally, at the beginning of each shift, the caterer, banquet captain, or banquet manager should conduct a pre-shift meeting to identify assignments and duties. You should also be given a floor plan and/or table setting diagram. They may also have one table set as an example for the servers to mimic. If there is no pre-shift meeting, be sure you are aware of your assignments before you begin working. When setting up a banquet hall, you must determine where the front and back of the room are. They can be labeled north and south, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, or top and bottom. This could be determined by an entrance door, a podium, or a stage. This information is very important for setting a ballroom, so if you are unsure, ask your manager or captain. Some venues will already have the tables, chairs, and linens set before you arrive on site. Others will require servers to set up the tables themselves. You may even be asked to unload them from a truck. Once you get your bearings, you can set up your tables. Make sure the legs are locked in place. If they are not locked, the table could collapse. Once your tables are placed according to the floor plan, the first thing that you will set will be your linens. Round tablecloths are comprised of 3 separate pieces of fabric. You always want the seams of the fabric to run from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock on every table. Remember, when setting up a banquet hall, your goal is to create a consistent line of sight throughout the ballroom. If your table diagram calls for a decorative base plate or charger, all of the servers will place them on all of the tables before moving on to silverware. This is a good way to determine spacing for the number of guests at each table. If there are chairs present, do not set based on the chairs. Just because they're there doesn't mean that they were placed correctly. If you have an even number of guests, you will have one place setting at 6 o'clock, one directly across from it at 12 o'clock, and the rest of the places evenly spaced between the two. Each place setting should mirror the setting directly across from it. When setting an odd number of place settings, you'll have one setting at 6 o'clock, which will bisect the 2 place settings across from it. It is now time to place your silverware. Always place forks on the left and knives, blades facing in, and spoons on the right. Your silver should be set outside to inside, following the respective courses based on the menu. Silver for the first course would be on the outside, and the silver for the entree would be on the inside. All china and silver should be approximately 1 inch off the edge of the table, making sure that each set of silver runs parallel to each other, not skewed in or skewed out or staggered. If you have 2 of the same type of silver, for example, 2 of the same size knife for both the salad course and the entree course, or 1 salad fork for the appetizer and 1 for dessert, put them both down at the same time. Do not make extra trips around the table. Make sure you double check everything that you place on a table. Just because it is wrapped in plastic doesn't mean it's clean. Handle all silver by the handle, all glassware by the stem, and all plates by the rim. Polish as you go. Once all the silverware is down, you can begin setting glassware. Glassware is normally set just above the dinner knife, but refer to your diagram for exact placement, and check for water stains and lipstick stains before placing them on the table. The next step is china. Refer to your diagram for placement of B&B plates, coffee cups, and saucers. B&B plates can be set in different spots on the table. It may or may not have a butter knife placed on it. If coffee cups are preset on the table, you will also preset cream and sugar. You can now set additional accompaniments and condiments such as napkins, centerpieces, votive candles, salt and pepper shakers, bread baskets, cream and sugar, salad dressings, and sauces. Place underliners on any item that could drip onto the table. Make sure all handles are facing the guest. Napkins can be placed in many different areas on the table, so make sure that you know what fold you are using and where they are to be placed, and be sure to set all tables exactly the same way. Chairs should be the last thing you set, and they should all line up flush with the linen, not under the table or pulled out. If you find that there is not enough space to maneuver between chairs, let your banquet manager know.